So, what exactly is the difference between experiencing joy and expressing joy, which is actually a very big difference? And how do you find the balance between that? So, to fully experience joy, you go within, okay? Is to experience is an eternal thing. To express joy is to bring it out in the world and to share it with others, is to make, let's say, a contribution doing what you love and enjoy doing most. Now, I noticed myself, let's say over the last 2 months or so, is that, well, even a longer time, is that I always have like brilliant ideas that I want to do. But at the moment, I actually need to bring it out to the world. I hold myself back for a reason, and then I find another idea. I do it for a while, I create something, I get bored, I let it go, I move on to another project. I'm a great starter, but not always a great finisher. And that got me questions. And also, I noticed for the last 2 months or so is that I had the idea, I had the clarity doing all this work on myself, the workshops, and so on, of what it is that I actually want to bring out to the world. Organizing my mindfulness and meditation walks here in the outdoors. Actually also creating the page and the videos and everything. But still, really, what I struggled with, like, shit, now I need to talk to people. Now I need to go to network meetings. Now I need to network more on, let's say, social media. Or now I need to market myself. I need to market my videos and all the kind of things. It's so boring. I don't want to do it. And today I got an answer. And the answer is, for me, let's say, to express the joy. Let's say, to experience joy, for me, it's like being here. To look, let's say, for compositions. I mean, I walk here and I see here the park, the Wimbledon Common, let's say, as an art museum. Okay? And I look around and basically I look for compositions. This morning I actually brought my DSLR and I'm still trying to figure it out. The manual setting. I mean, everybody can take a picture with a DSLR, leaving it at the automatic mode. But at the manual mode, you really go into the aperture and the shutter speed, and every second the light is changing, which is very extraordinary as well, because most of the days the weather is cloudy and there's not really much light coming in. And still, because there are still clouds, like every second the light is changing. So you get like different kind of compositions. And I'm tweaking, let's say, a little bit with my shutter speeds and the aperture and that sort of things, and I constantly get, let's say, different kind of photographs. And actually really enjoy digging deep. I enjoy digging deep inside myself and digging deep in trying to figure things out. That's what I enjoy, trying to figure things out. So I enjoy the experience, okay, going within. But expressing the joy that I experience is a different thing. Expressing is what I say is sharing it with other people. At the moment I'm, let's say, share it with others, I'm like, why bother? Nobody's going to watch it anyway. Or, I need to market myself and this, it's so boring, I don't want to do it. Forget about it. It's quite important as well to do that in this world, because otherwise nobody is going to see our gifts and talents, and then eventually we also don't get paid, if that is like a byproduct. So to experience joy, what is actually holding you back? Maybe you are really like an extroverted person and you have no problems at all connecting with people and getting stuff out there and getting yourself out there and sharing ideas and eventually also making money, that sort of things. But still, you're constantly chasing for the next deal, because once you had made the deal, you experience this level of emptiness, right? What that actually means is that I also have been there, and that means is that we find it very difficult to get in touch with our internal being, with our emotions. Is that perhaps we are afraid to feel our own feelings, which is one thing. That is maybe what could hold us back to experience joy. Now, to express joy, which is like sharing it with the world, it's what I notice inside myself is that what is holding me back to express my joy is the fear of being judged. Okay, like, oh, you know, what I do, it's not good enough, so why bother? What I do is not good enough because I don't really see myself as good enough, and I'm highly demanding with everything I do. I'm highly demanded with myself, and everything has to be perfect. I love paying attention to detail, like, you know, what I mentioned about trying to figure out photography. I'm absolutely still a newbie with that, but I kind of like it because as I mentioned, you know, like every second it's a different kind of composition. Every second the light change, and then you're trying to tweak, you know, between the aperture and the shutter speeds, trying to get that nice picture. So the real question is how do you find that balance and harmony between experiencing joy, go within, you know, like finding that fulfillment, that bliss, that satisfaction, and that sense of connection by letting it in, you know, like, hey, I observe my environment and I see every tree as a potential interesting composition, you know, like, wow, you know, it's something, it's telling us something. That is what I experience. But then, of course, bring it out to the world. That's another big question. So, did you got some insights about this? Does it make sense? Do you now see the difference between experiencing something and expressing something? And can you relate? Let me know your thoughts. Just leave your comments below. Let me know your thoughts. What are you thinking about this? Do you experience something different? Maybe you're good at expressing yourself, but to experience something, it's something that you would like to practice, you know, to become really more mindful at everything that you do, and not only like changing something in the outside world, but also letting it in. Or maybe you're like me, you're like this, more like an introvert. I'm a Pisces, so maybe that explains why, that you can also actually let it in and really connect it with your being. But then, you know, you're like me, and at the moment you're like, okay, should I share this with the world? Should I bring out my ideas, my solutions to the world? Or are you also a little bit like, why bother, you know, nobody's going to pay attention, it's not good enough, it's not perfect enough, so why bother, just leave it. And then you find yourself into distractions, which I also noticed that I was doing the last months, finding myself distracting myself in entertainments and playing video games. And of course, you know, I noticed like, okay, that's not the way, because I'm not in service of myself doing that. Alright, so let me know your thoughts. Just leave your comments below, and I will see you in another video. Take care for now. Bye bye.